My name is Rivka, part of Group 2, and what I worked on in the Meal Pets project was like the games and some stuff with the store. And yeah,
Hi, my name is Kristy Delacruz. I mostly work on the front end also. I created most of the store and just like the login page. And yeah, Lucy.
My name's Lucy. I did a bit of everything in the front end, mostly setting up the routes, styling, and just helping out everyone. General purpose, I guess.
And my name is Marcin, Tomala, and my responsibility was mostly with the backend.
Alright, so I already went over that it's inspired by neopets.com. I drew mouse drawings for them. and there's, as oh well, you already know, but Rivka added in mini games. And this is our Figma model, just so you have a sneak peek of what we wanted to look at. Oh, but yeah, day one was spent going over how we wanted to set up the site, and then already Marcin was working on backend right away, so very quickly on day two we had something to work with. If you want to go into detail.
Not really much detail because we just kind of got the basic skeleton going, but it was a good foundation and made our life easier on the next day.
And then day two is really when front end started to get working. We set up all the pages, set up some basic routing. I had to explain what React Router does to my team because, well, some my front end team, because we had different ideas on how to set it up, but eventually we all got on the same page on it, and we both front end and back end decided to add in more detailed comments so that we can like understand each other's code better, because that was a problem we had at first where we were like, what is this? And then yeah, Rivka added in her first mini game, if she
yeah.
wants to
So
talk about it.
this is just a little fishing game because this is like a pet, and we want the pet to be able to. We want to be able to in the pets world add money, and in order to get some money, you can play a game. So this is just a little fishing game.
Marcin, do you want to go into detail on what you did on backend?
Sure. On Dato, I was since our app is very user based, and we want users to interact with their pets and take care of their pets, have their own experience with them. We sort of right away started thinking of how we could make uh, this sort of relationship between users and the pets and set up the login and sign up logic, making sure to properly store them in case of a data breach by hashing them and salting them.
And then day three, front end started to actually flesh out the pages. Kristy was working on the sign up form. If there's
Yeah.
additional
On
questions.
the some of the issues I had were like mostly styling. I tried to get like the submit form next to it, so there wasn't really many issues. But yeah, the Lucy helped me a lot with the more of like the routing on day three because I was like kind of confused because previously the in the assignments I never did it the way that she did it. So we kind of worked more on like troubleshooting on day three, also
Mm-hmm.
like day one and two.
And
Yeah.
then Rivka added a second mini game, which you'll see a screenshot of later. And we also, both front end and back end, worked on setting up like checking login state so that we could redirect the home page. If you're logged in, then you get redirected to a logged in route, and if you're not logged in, you get redirected to the login form. Um, I believe Marcin added this last line. So
Right.
if you can read that out.
Sure. To make sure that the routes are protected not only in the front end but also in the back end, we set up a whole JSON Web Token authentication scheme that allows the server to validate any request that comes in that shouldn't be permitted from just Postman for people to come in and read user data or access user data. So that was on the front end side. We had to set up the context API to keep that state. We set up a that will come in later, and this was one of the biggest challenges on my side, setting up such that user is automatically logged out when the token is invalid, making sure the token is properly sent on every request, and storing it in session storage so that on refresh we don't we still are able to persist in our session on the client side.
And Rivka.
Oh yeah, so this is just the second mini game that's on our website, and yeah, if you play it, you get some coins.
I think you went over some of this already, but
Yeah, I think I pretty much
yeah.
summarized this, but
So,
more information can be found on the jwt.io store.
yeah, check out our slides. And then the last today and yesterday, day 4 is mostly kind of a combination of the two, but we just worked on fixing up some bugs. And then Kristy and Rivka worked on the store page.
Yeah, you're able to. Oh, you can go, Rivka.
I was about to say that Kristy set up the store page. So
Yeah,
go.
Kristy.
And Rivka made it so when you click on the image and you like a pop-up comes up, you'll see on the video. It'll ask you if you want to purchase, and then when you click OK, it'll like decrease the coin count, and then you'll see it in your inventory at the bottom. So it's pretty cool.
We've just had a bunch of like minor fixes, and we decided instead of worrying about reaching stretch goals to just do short workarounds so that the site still looks like it's working. I mean, not looks like it's working, just not aligned with our original goal, but we decided to just compromise so that we can have a polished product. Fixed mini games, Rivka, and automatically logging out users was Marcin, and yeah, just a bunch of finishing touches. Same for backend. Do you want to go over that as well, or?
Sure. Although it was pretty minor things.
Yeah.
Even though we had sign up most of the time, really throughout, I didn't actually implement creating a pet when a user signs up. I struggled initially with it, but then I kind of did it dirty and did it all in one function. It's not pretty, but it works. And yes, the currency stuff, updating users, updating pets, this was also done yesterday and today, actually.
Yeah, we were doing a lot of crunch time. But let's just get to the demo, I guess. So this is the starting page. You can either log in or sign up from here. So this is showing how the sign up form works. This is just testing various fields and like trying it out with an existing email / existing username. So it pops up with an alert based on the corresponding status code that's returned. I'm not sure if that's visible. I hope it is. Once you do create it, you get redirected to your user profile. There's a welcome message if it's your first time here. If you're logging back in, it'll say welcome back instead. That's the pet, and you can interact with it. The alerts are going by pretty fast, but as you can see, interacting with it updates the stats on the pet card. Oh, that was me. Yeah. And there are buttons to redirect to the games that we have, but we also have them up on the navigation bar. And this is the fishing game that Rivka worked on all by herself, actually. It's really good. Do you want to explain it, how it works?
I mean, yeah, basically it's just that as the colors change, like you can only catch the fish that has the color in the box over there. So, and you have 30 seconds to do it. So if you don't, like, you can only get as many as you get in 30 seconds. Actually pretty good at this game. I've never gotten that high. So, and yeah, after 30 seconds, like, you get the amount of coins that you won basically added to your coins.
And then the second game, if you also... Oh, sorry. Over here, it just didn't load in immediately, so that's what happened there. But this is what, yeah.
Yeah, and this one you're just kind of dragging coins to the pot, and you have also 30 seconds to do it, so.
Alright, I'll fast forward a bit. But it also adds to your currency.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is the page that Kristy worked on if you also want to explain anything. But it looks really cute, I think. You want to explain how it works? Maybe.
You just click on an image of what, like, kind of like Neopets, where you like, if you want to increase the happiness of the pet, you purchase something based off of your currency, and then it'll just show up on your inventory. We didn't really get that far where you can like use it, if that makes any sense, but it'll show up in the bottom. So like if your pet is like sick, like if his health is low, you'll buy like mealskins, like napkins, and like it'll increase the it'll increase like the health and stuff like that.
Right, so workaround we had with that, since we couldn't get an inventory properly working in time, is we just had the items, like, you immediately use the items on purchase, so that it actually still means something. As you see here, the stats got updated based on the item purchased. Happiness increased, hunger decreased. And if you log out, which is what I just did over here, if you press the log out button, it redirects you back to the login form. And if I try to click on the home logo, which originally took me to the user profile, you can't access it anymore. It just says you have to log in. And that's the whole site, I believe. Oh, yeah. This is the welcome message that shows, like, if you're a returning user, as you see. I think Marcin worked on the conditional for that. And yeah, that's our site.
Yeah, and can I just say now?
Yeah, go ahead.
if you could please go to our website and make a pet. I put the link in the chat. We really would appreciate if you could make a pet and enjoy the website that we worked on. So yeah, enjoy.
Enjoy.
Make sure to check out the My Career tab on the BC Navigator app, where you can track your career progress based on the amount of credits you've earned, stay updated on upcoming events from the Magner Center, and watch our videos for insight and advice on your career field.